During my wedding, my mother saw my fiancé for the first time and yelled at her, "Get away from my son!" She was pointing at Elena, who was walking down the aisle, dressed in white. "You're supposed to be dead! How are you here?" My mom kept yelling. Her hand was shaking violently. I looked over and noticed that Elena's face had gone completely pale. Not confused pale, though. She looked like something had just clicked in her brain, but this was the first time they'd ever seen each other. You see, my mother had spent the last 2 years of her life in a coma. Intruders had broken into her home and beat her unconscious. She woke up 3 weeks before the wedding. I insisted she come, meet and see me marry the girl of my dreams. And now here she was, hyperventilating the moment she laid eyes on Elena. My mom clutched her chest mid-scream. Her eyes rolled back. She slumped in the wheelchair and fell flat on the ground. Guests started screaming. I rushed over to my mom while Elena stood frozen in the middle of the aisle, the veil trailing behind her. Paramedics came minutes later and rushed my mother away. I went with them, and at the hospital I was told they'd have to operate. I stayed there overnight still wearing my tuxedo. Elena didn't show up at all, which was equally strange as it was heartbreaking. In the morning, the doctors came to me and told me my mother had lived, but she'd be in a vegetative state for the rest of her life. She couldn't speak to me anymore, couldn't give me the answers I desperately needed. I sat there holding her hand, wondering why she reacted like that. Then at 11 a.m., Elena showed up at the hospital. She looked like she hadn't slept, had a hoodie and jeans on. She sat next to me, but wouldn't look me in the eye. After a few minutes of silence, I asked her if she knew my mother somehow. Instead of answering, she started asking me weird questions of her own. Where did your mom live before the coma? Did she ever live on the East Coast? What kind of car did she drive when she was younger? I asked her why she wanted to know. Just curious, she said, but her hands were shaking. She left after 20 minutes. I sat there wondering why she needed to know all that. That's when I made the connection. Elena's parents had died in a hit and run when she was 7. She was in the back seat and barely survived. They never found the person responsible. Her aunt raised her after that.